Spend a slow day in winter with me. Hello friends, come spend a slow day in winter with me. It's the time when I'm most inclined to do things that are low energy, slow and cozy. Things that help me recharge and feel like myself again. I spend most of the time at home, with an occasional walk in nature. As despite how this looks, the days have I wanted to talk to you about being a naturally low-energy person. You know, I've always known that I'm one, but it took me years to admit and come to terms with it, in a world that frowns upon anything that might come across as lazy. I was constantly trying to fit into the high-energy society around me, masking and often presenting as an extrovert as well. But here's the thing, slow living, doing low-energy activities in winter time, is for your mind and body need the most, in order to recharge and have energy for your better version of self. Important for me to come to terms with is that I don't always need to be the best version of myself though. In fact, it's rather unrealistic. We all have days when we simply need to exist, as much as we have the days when we shine and strive. Both are equally as important, and it's healthy to allow ourselves to be both. This was what this day was for me. A day to simply exist in my own pace, in my own way. This is the time most when I let my mind quiet down, when I come to deeper realization. I spent good 10 years of my life in London, which is far from calm and peaceful. But as much as I loved it, I don't think I would ever do it again. I still love the city, but I love my quiet life in the countryside even more. Happy to know who I've become. But equally, as a 30-year-old self, I can now see so many unhealthy ways, patterns and beliefs I had back then. Tidying up, being a sensible adult instead of playing in a rock band, which is all I wanted to do back then. Things are different, but the process of stripping back all of these layers, of removing the unhealthy foliage you've grown so diligently to allow yourself to regrow and become a healthier being. Yes, I really am drawing parallel with my garden, but fine, so be it. It feels like flowers and buds on trees decided to pop up earlier this year. I'm finding daffodils, sometimes even blooming ones, snowdrops, almond blossoms and catkins on my way each time. It makes me so happy to see the signs of spring. While I am appreciating winter time and I'm not trying to hurry seasons, these little signs are indeed giving me hope. Thank you for listening to